Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Funmibi here again with another sit down video. You guys, these videos will keep coming back because I love my ladies, okay? I love women. I love the female gender. I know a lot of times you hear like negative press for we ladies, but I love to see women that are growing, that are doing great things, and I'm also on my own journey of just becoming all that God has called me to be. So in today's video, we're going to be talking all about mindset. Where's your mind? What are you thinking? What's going on up here? If for any reason you are in a state where maybe your mindset for any reason is in the negative direction, because we have people saying stuff like, oh, this person has such a positive mindset, oh, this person is so negative and mindset is so negative. So today we are going to be talking about how we can transform whatever negative mindsets we have to the positive side. And if we have positive mindset, if we are such positive people, how to maintain this positive mindset and just become all that we've been called to be in this world, in our generation, as much as possible. Okay, so if you'll be interested in this type of content, please continue to watch. In this particular video, I'm going to be talking about mindset in relation to growing a brand, having a business, running a business, growing a business. I think the focus of most of the content that I come on here with is how to grow a business, because I'm also running a business. If you guys don't know, if this is your first time of stopping by my channel, my name is Funmibi Olawore and I am a headgear designer, okay? A couple of my subscribers like to call me a headgear designer. I was talking a while back about how I don't like to call myself a millionaire because I feel like it limits me to just calling myself someone that makes hats, right? And I'm so much more than that. So I'm a headgear designer based in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, Nigeria. I started my business back in 2022, January of 2022 to be precise. And I'm currently on the journey of just growing the business as a whole and turning it into a proper brand. And everything I learn on the journey, I like to come on here on my YouTube channel to just talk about it with my friends, my YouTube community, which are mostly ladies. I like to talk about those things and just exchange knowledge with us on here on this platform. So today, I'm going to be talking about how your mindset is very important when it comes to growing a brand, especially on social media, online, and even offline, right? How your mindset affects the creation of a strong brand and all that we can do to just maintain a positive mindset. And if we have negative mindsets, how to transform it into something that can positively impact the brand or the business that we are growing. So I'm just going to jump straight into the points that I have to share with us in this video. The first thing I would like to point is the fact that everything that we are thinking of becoming, everything that we are trying to grow, whatever it is that we see for ourselves or that we imagine for ourselves starts from up here. It starts from the mind. So if you have a mindset of just thinking of the worst, imagining the worst, not seeing yourself as good enough or worthy of good things, chances are good things would not come to you, okay? There's a lot of back and forth on that topic, but I found that even for myself, when my mindset is in such a terrible place, a lot of times those things now start to come into manifestation in my life, right? So as much as possible, even now, to the most tiny things, even when I'm tired, I don't like to voice it out that, oh my God, I feel so tired. I like to say, oh, I need to rest a bit and then pick myself back up and get back into the groove of things, right? I don't like to say negative things to myself, because for you to voice out a negative thing, I'm of the opinion that you've thought about it and then your mouth is just saying what you've been thinking, okay? Even the Bible tells us that out of the abundance of the mind, right, the mouth speaks. So a lot of times when you see people saying certain things, it tells you, it kind of gives you a background into the way their heart is, right, the disposition of their mind. So yeah, everything that you want to become, everything that you're hoping to grow, the brand you're trying to become, the extent to which you can grow it by the help of God, of course, because I know I talk a lot about God because I believe in God. I believe in the power of God in every single, situation. So by the help of God, right, wherever you've pictured yourself getting to, pictured your brand getting to, pictured your business getting to, it all starts from here. If you see your business as a 500 naira business where people just come and pay you peanuts and go and then get whatever it is that they're looking for, chances are your business will remain that, because you've not even broadened your mindset to how big or how magnificent that enterprise can become, right? If you see yours, and I believe in one of my previous videos, I was talking about how you can add alterations as a form of, a business for yourself, as a side hustle in this fashion industry. And I was talking about how some people might be of the opinion that, oh, why would I be doing alterations when I'm not? So there's a word that is common here in Nigeria that people call most of these people that do adjustments. They carry their sewing machines on their shoulders and walk about the streets and just do alterations for people's clothes. They call them obioma here. So I was saying in that video that some people might not see that place as a viable side hustle because they have the mindset, they've basically just looked at themselves and just imagined themselves as small, and they just imagine that people will be thinking that, oh, they're a certain thing, when that isn't necessarily the case. There are a lot of very profitable alteration businesses that are being run even in Nigeria here and outside the country. So the point that I'm trying to make here is the fact that whatever it is that you want for yourself, whatever it is you want for your business, starts from your mind. So you need to make sure that whatever adjustment or research you need to do, you start from your mind. Don't just start from the physical, right? Start from the mindset. If you find that you are the kind of person that just you don't imagine big things for yourself. Let me just say that for lack of a better, phrase to use there. If you don't imagine big things for yourself, today is the day when you start to look at how to change that mindset, okay? God does not have favorite children, okay? We are all children of God. So don't think that, oh, the best things in life, the good things in life belongs to a certain set of people. If you think that that's how it's going to be for you, right? But if you imagine that God that is doing this thing and doing that thing in the life of other people can do that exact same thing or even more than that in your own life, that's where the change begins from, okay? And I'm going to cite the example of my YouTube channel. At the beginning, a lot of times, I was also one of those people that used to imagine that, oh, on YouTube, you can't grow on YouTube without someone pushing you or someone mentioning you on their community tab, and then to bring people to your channel and allow you get some traction with your YouTube channel. The period when I used to think like that, those were the periods when my channel was rolling around in one circle of 100 subscribers. It took me about 3 months to grow my channel to 100 subscribers. I was running around in the circle of 90 something, 80 something, and then I think part of the reasons why I got so triggered by that whole situation was the fact that I was seeing people that they will come on YouTube today after me and they were getting 300 subscribers, and I was comparing myself to those people. I'm going to be honest with you guys, okay? I'm not going to whine you guys. I was comparing myself with those people, but I'm of the opinion that if maybe I didn't have such a limiting mindset and thinking that, oh, I need someone to push me or talk about my page or something like that and just be chasing clouds all over YouTube, I won't get growth, right? I feel like if I'd gotten rid of that negative mindset, I'll probably have, gained the traction that I was hoping to gain at that point on my YouTube journey, okay? So make sure that your mindset is in the right place and then just start, okay? Another thing I'm going to say with the mindset is if you're just thinking about it and you're not doing, it's not going to make sense, okay? You need to do, even at the point, even while thinking about it, imagining it, building it in your mind, you need to start, okay? So don't just build castles in your mind and then you're not putting anything into action, okay? Faith without work is dead. If you're forming, oh, I have faith that I'm going to be this and that, and you're not working, what are you doing towards that thing that you're thinking about? Oh, you want to be a YouTuber, and you imagine that one day you will hold your silver plaque, your gold plaque, your diamond plaque, all the things that you're imagining, and you're not making progress. Have you started your YouTube channel? Have you posted your first video? Have you learned about editing videos? Have you learned about how to grow? What content are you consuming on YouTube? Are you learning from the story of people that have succeeded on the platform? Oh, let's even leave YouTube, okay? I want to go to school, right? I want to go back to school. I want to get my master's degree. Have you done your research? Have you looked at schools that are offering the course that you're hoping? Have you even thought of the course you want to study? Have you made research on the school that you're trying to go to? Have you thought about the admission process? Do you know how much it's going to cost you, how much you need in order to take the course and graduate? Have you just made plans? Have you started the process? Okay, so as much as we're talking about mindset and how the whole process of becoming all that God has called you to be, as much as we are saying that it starts from the mindset, you need to also do, right? And I feel like from my experience with God on this, journey of 20-something years on this earth, I found that a lot of times God needs you to start for him to bless what you're doing, right? I moved here to Port Harcourt in 2018, and I can say in all honesty that between 2018 and June of 2019, I was sleeping and waking up and watching TV, literally. You know how people, every single day I was eating, sleeping, waking up, eating, sleeping, waking up, watching TV, and just adding a lot of weight. A lot of times when I go back to that period in my life in 2018/2019, when I looked at how my face was, I looked so bloated, so puffy. I was just adding weight and not doing much, right? And then there are days when I would, because then my husband used to do a lot of traveling, I would call him and all I would do on the call with him would just be me sulking and crying, my eyes would be swollen, and then I'll be talking about how, oh my God, I'm not doing anything, I'm just idle, I don't have a job, I was just moping. But in 2019, when God just did his magic on me, really, because nobody talked me into going to fashion school, nobody said anything to me, it was all God and the Holy Spirit, right? When God did his work on me and I started going to fashion school, I started sewing, I started doing things, I could feel God in my life. I was way happier than I think that was one of my happiest moments in life, right? And it was so funny how few months before I started my sewing school, I was depressed. Maybe I didn't know at that point I was depressed, but I was depressed. I was sad all the time. I will only smile when people call me on the phone, and I don't want them to start worrying about me. That's when I'll be shining my teeth. But if you leave me alone in this house, I'll be weeping and crying and sulking and eating, okay? So you need to start, and then God will now have something to bless. And even after I finished sewing school again, and then because I did that for a total of about plus or minus like 1 year, I finished that, and then I was thinking, oh, I was going to intern in the fashion house where I learned how to do it. But I just knew that, I just felt like that was not for me, honestly. And then I was like, you know what, this YouTube, because before then, when I moved here newly as well, I used to do, I know I'm turning this into like a story time, but I like to use my story as a form of inspiration for anybody that might be watching my videos, right? I was doing videos on Insta stories where I'll be doing makeup, because then I talked about how I thought I was going to become a full-blown makeup artist in Port Harcourt, right? I'll be doing makeup videos on Insta story, and then I'll be getting a couple of comments, and it wasn't paying me really. I feel like that was more of a hobby for me, right? I decided that, okay, you know what, I'm going to start doing YouTube. And when I started YouTube, I thought I was going to be like a makeup YouTuber. I'll become like the upcoming Layefa Beauty on YouTube. But down the line, I just saw that that was not the path that God wanted for me. It was something totally different. I never imagined myself being a sewing / fashion design YouTuber. Like, if anybody told me that at the beginning of my YouTube channel, I'll be like, oh, spit it out. It's nonsense you're saying, right? But that was God's plan for me. And the moment I just went about doing and complaining less and worrying less, things became different, right? Now on my YouTube channel, like, if I think of something, I just post. I don't think about how, oh, what will people think? Oh, how will it turn out? Will people watch? If people watch it, fine. If people don't watch it, that's fine, right? I do more and allow God to breathe upon whatever it is that I'm doing and multiply it, right? Because the power of multiplication ultimately is a more supreme power, okay? If you see someone doing well in any industry and you think maybe it's by the person's power, that one concern you, is always like an evidence of God's hand on the life of that person. So a lot of times with me as well, even on YouTube, when I see people that, oh, maybe they came on here or they've been doing this YouTube thing for a long time and they are doing fantastic, I know that I always like to watch those people and see what exactly about them is what is, how do I put this now? I like to watch their story and just see them, because I feel like there's something about them that I need to learn from if I'm trying to also grow my brand to this extent or even greater than this, right? So I like to learn from success stories, basically. I hope you guys are picking what I'm trying to pass across in this video. The next thing when it comes to mindset is you need to believe in what you're saying. You need to believe it so much that if someone wakes you up from your sleep that, oh, Funmi, what's this thing, you'll be able to say it with all confidence, okay? If you don't believe in what you're saying you want to create or what you're trying to grow, people will not believe in it, okay? In the early stages of my YouTube channel, again, I'm going to be using a lot of these examples because these are things that I have experienced personally, and I've seen how the change in my mindset affected my work is, even with my YouTube channel. The moment I started seeing my channel as like a big deal, that was when all the change happened on my channel, right? And one person I have to give credit to is my partner, right? My husband. Like, even on days when I had 400 subscribers on here on YouTube, and then maybe, I think at the beginning stages of my YouTube, I used to be very embarrassed when I see maybe someone, maybe like a friend or someone saying, oh, I saw your video yesterday, I'll be so shy. I'll be like, oh my God, really? Like, I won't want to talk about it because I felt some type of embarrassment or shame. I don't know if it was shame or embarrassment, right? But one person that was not ashamed of talking about me and all that I am, or that I was at that point, is my husband. If my husband sees someone on the road and they're like, oh, what does your wife do? She has a YouTube channel. This is her name on YouTube. Follow her, subscribe to her channel. Like, it was like my PR, in all honesty, and I have to give credit to that man. Like, there was a time that we even went for a party, I think sometime last year, and then I think someone was, I don't know how the conversation came up. Next thing, I just saw someone saying, oh, your husband told me that you're on YouTube. I'm like, wahala, like, what is this, right? So I think after a while, I was like, if my husband believes in my YouTube channel this much, who am I? Like, why am I not believing in myself? And at that point, I think his shamelessness with promoting me and promoting everything that I do just made me see myself as, oh my God, for me, you need to believe in yourself. You can't allow somebody else be believing in yourself for you, right? I started seeing myself as a brand, right? Every time I see someone and they're like, oh, what do you do? I have a YouTube channel. What's the name? This and that. Search for me, subscribe to my channel and stuff like that, right? So you need to believe in what it is they are trying to make other people believe in. One person that I like to also watch her story, and I like, sometimes I even go down a page on social media, is Diary of a Kitchen Lover. Like, there was a day that I sat down, I went down to the first post on her channel, on her Instagram page, and then I just saw how she kept building and building and building and building. And a few days ago, I saw that she hit 1 million 1 million followers on Instagram, right? You could tell that she knew what she was talking about, even on days when the thing did not make sense to her. I'm sure even her, when she's saying those things, like, it didn't make sense to her, I feel like she had already seen it, and her mindset was in a place where she could see what she was talking about, and she believed it. And look at her today. She has, achieved it. And this is just the beginning, right? There's so much more for her to achieve. So whatever it is they are trying to make other people believe in, do you believe it? I think that's the first question you want to ask. Oh, I'm posting on Instagram and only one person is liking my picture, only one person is doing my... Post it like that, and post it as if that's the best picture on Instagram, and make sure that even if for any reason something is not working, look inwards, okay? Don't be delusional to while at it. If you're saying that, oh, I'm posting and it's not bringing results, look inward. Ask other people, look at this picture that I posted on Instagram, what do you think about it? And make sure that it's people that have, people that are reasonable that you're asking, right? People that would give you like critical feedback. One other person that I like to ask questions, or another set of people that I like to ask questions, are my family members, right? My sisters, my husband, people around me. I like to ask them, oh, what do you think? And I like the fact that I also have people with me that give me feedback. If I post something, I told you guys in my previous video that I posted on the channel about one time, one of the first videos that I told my sisters to watch, and she was like, oh, the intro song was too loud. And I knew that, okay, next time don't do that, reduce the volume and all of that. So make sure that if something is not working, ask for feedback from other people that are not yourself, okay? Because most times with us, a lot of people are delusional. You'll be biased to yourself. Make sure that it's people that would give you constructive feedback that you're asking. And while at it as well, don't lose self-confidence, okay? Self-confidence in all of this is very important. Make sure that whatever it is that you're trying to sell to other people, you believe it. Oh, I think I'm going to be the future Vicky James in Nigeria. Do you believe it truly? You're telling somebody that, you that are saying it, do you believe it? Okay, make sure that when you're selling all these things, when you're imagining all these things, you believe it, you walk in it as well, okay? Present yourself as a person that you're saying you want to become. Or you want to become a, high value woman. Let me talk like all these our people. You want to become a high value woman. Are you presenting yourself as a high value woman? Are you looking like a high value woman? You are a high value woman, but you're going outside with bonnet on your head, your hair is scattered, your nail polish is chipped. I know I do it sometimes. I'm also dragging myself in this, right? But present yourself as the person that you're saying you are, right? Make sure that your hair is done. So even with my natural hair that I'm carrying up and down, I make sure that I look put together in it, okay? I'm not going to not comb my hair. I'm not going to not wash my hair. I'm not going to not take care of my hair. My nails as well. I'm not the kind of person that likes to fix nails a lot, but even if my nails are looking bare, are they looking clean? Am I seeing black things inside my nails? Just even your smell, okay? You're saying, oh, this and that. Smell the role. Smell like a high value woman. Smell like a woman that is the big owner of a Fortune 500 company, okay? You don't have to buy the most expensive perfume. When I'm saying smell the role, I'm not saying go and buy a perfume that you cannot afford. Today, you can get all these perfume oils that they sell for 115 that smell fantastic, okay? Body spray your armpits. You cannot afford to go for waxing. Are you shaving your armpits? Are you doing your normal like skincare and taking care of yourself generally, okay? Present yourself like the person that you're saying you are trying to become, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that point. The next thing I'm going to also talk about is your packaging is very important, okay? Packaging is very important with your business, okay? Very, very important. How are you packaging yourself? You're saying that, oh, you're not getting clients. What exactly is it about your business that is not allowing people come close or patronize you? Look at it. Oh, you're posting online and nobody is buying. Is it that the pictures that you're posting are not clear enough? Is it that the background doesn't look nice enough? Is it that that's why I talked about also asking for feedback from other people, okay? packaging is very important. And when I'm saying packaging, I'm not talking about faking it till you make it, okay? Don't do past yourself in all of this that I'm saying. That I'm not, this is not me trying to say you should do more than you can, you know, than you can handle, right? But even with the little that you're doing, present it nicely, let it look appealing. I'm not saying make it turn it into an aesthetic or anything. That's not what I'm talking about. But make it appealing, make it look neat, make it look clean. And I've talked about how I do my stuff. Even with me, I do very basic stuff, okay? I don't have anything now that is ridiculously expensive. I'm making what I have work for me. With the background of my videos, when you see me post stuff online, I'm using 1 yard of bridal satin fabric. That bridal satin fabric was about 500 naira when I bought it. I spread it on my dining table and I put fake flowers. Those fake flowers, I bought them 1,015, put them in the background. The rotating stand, I bought it last year. I think I've talked about it. I bought that rotating stand for, I think it was about 7,000 or 7,500 at that point. I placed my mannequin head. That mannequin head was 3,000 naira. And then I just allow everything to look neat. I know for some people, some of these things that I've talked about, they are quite pricey for them. But even if you don't have all of these things, what you have with you, make it look nice, okay? I think God has given us, a lot of us, that gift of knowing when something does not look right. And even if you don't have that gift, pray for God to give you the gift. If you have people around you that have good eyes, ask them, the way I'm taking this picture, does it look nice? This picture that I took, what do you think? Is it clear? Is it bright? What can I do? This and that, okay? In all our getting, I pray that God gives us wisdom. It helps us to change whatever limiting belief it is. Don't think that, like I said, don't think for any reason that God created good things for special people. All of us, we have our inheritance. I'm speaking for myself, okay? I am entitled as well to whatever inheritance God has for his children, and I don't think it's made for special people, okay? So don't allow the enemy to make you think that, oh, something is not possible for you. If you are imagining it, if you are thinking it, if you are picturing it for yourself, please start, and it will grow from there. And pray for God to also breathe upon it. Pray for God's hand to also rest upon it, and I assure you that it's going to be all right. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I was doing a lot of talking, but I was dressing up today and a lot of these thoughts were just coming to my mind. I was like, Funmi, turn on your camera and say something to these ladies, okay? I hope you all are not giving up. I hope that you are also working towards making 2023 your best year yet, okay? Let's not just be saying it that, oh, 2023 is going to be great. Let's also be doing, and I pray that God helps us through this journey. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video, share this video with someone that you think might want to also learn from something like this or listen to something like this. And yeah guys, I can't wait to see you in another video very, very soon. Bye bye.